Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
It's a gain of 10.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Cowboys.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
It's a gain of 10.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Oh, what a move. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Daniels looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something with that.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
All that blown up by DeMarvion Overshown.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
11-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They start the drive with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this one complete to Smith.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. On the return, Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 30.
He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Dallas Cowboys. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
27 more yards. That's another.
They run again on first down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings it
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Cooper DeJean on the coverage.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Daniels. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down.
Finds Pickens out right. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground, Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Hurts completing this one quickly. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
intended towards Devontae Smith.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Schoonmaker. A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys.
Play action, now it's Daniels. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Looking to put a drive together.
36-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
Daniels looking to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throw out wide going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Eagles first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
36-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. In motion left comes Brown. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Tolbert hauls in the out route and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the gun, it's Hurts. To the sideline and incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime
Our swing
report.
around the NFL starts now. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's Trevor Lawrence. He pulls it, and now he's thinking first down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. The Jaguars are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Bijan Robinson. He covers a lot of ground here. 23 yards, touchdown. The Falcons pull off yet another upset. They are now just 1 win away from the Super Bowl. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills hosting the LA Chargers. and it's Khalil Shakir. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Bills use that bye week to their advantage. They'll get another home game next week in their quest for the Super Bowl. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 4.
Here's Daniels.
Second and 6.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from Arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well, we'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
That's good for a Cowboys.
A 10th carry in the game for Cole. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
To the air goes Daniels. Open net is Waddle, complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Across midfield at the 48.
Throwing now is Daniels.
He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Here's second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Now Daniels.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
It's now third.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24.
From the 24, Hurts. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For the Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
27-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A short one there, caught by Granson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hurts going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
12 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Now Cook running right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Daniels looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while other teams scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It's 2nd and inches.
A handoff to Barkley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And good vision there as it's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Hurts.
At the Cowboys.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Looking to put a drive together. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now throw right side, we're going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy in the red zone before going out.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Cowboys 1st down.
picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point.
They'll try the bootleg. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Daniels.
At the 37-yard
Now he'll tuck this and run.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Smile London on the coverage.
To the air goes Daniels. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jordan Davis in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal.
And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now come the Eagles. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
76 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Throwing is Hurts. He's got it complete to Tolbert. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 13.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing now is Daniels. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
A loss of a yard.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for Eagles first down. A gain of 12. And an
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
complete to A.J. Brown.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
To throw is Daniels. Going right back to Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Daniels.
Over the middle, held in by Lamb. And he's brought down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Daniels.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the Cowboys.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's another Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
2nd and 14. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
A gain of 9 on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Cook from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action with Hurts. He's got Smith here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Looking to put a drive together. Daniels looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And able to get this one all the way out to about the 46-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. 2nd down and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a gain of 11.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.